Now it's time for us to create a github.com account and to install GitHub Desktop Client. As I mentioned earlier, we are going to use GitHub version control system to submit our homework assignments. Before we move ahead with installing a client and setting up an account, let's understand what a version control system is. A version control system allows you to have a snapshot of your complete project at any point in time. If you later take a look at an older snapshot or a version control system will show you exactly how it differed from the previous one. So basically, a version control system records the changes you make to your project's files. To understand better, let's take an example. Let's say that you are building your own website. On October 7, 2013, you have made some changes to your website's index.html page. On October 9th, you have added about.html page and also uploaded a picture of yourself. On October 12th, you have made some page layout to your about.html page. Your version control system or VCS will keep track of all these changes to all the files that you have made in your project. If we go to the October 7th snapshot, we are able to clearly see that index.html file got modified. These are the exact lines that got changed, and it also comes with a clear description that reads, add headline to index page. In the October 9th snapshot, we are able to see that about.html page is created. These are the lines that got added to the file, and also photo.png is created, and the description reads create about page. In the October 12th snapshot, we are able to see that about.html page got modified. These are the exact lines that got changed, and the description reads change page layout. I think now you have a little bit better understanding of what a version control system is. So why do we need a version control system? Can't we survive without using one? There are several advantages of using a version control system. We will take a look at it one by one. You would like to learn how to code in Java. So you signed up for ByteQuest Java for Big Data course. You are required to submit a weekly coding assignment in Java. Let's say that you have a working functional code, and if you are a really organized person, you might name your file something like this: Java course -assignment 1 the date in which you created the file the version number. Later you found that there is a bug in your code, and you debugged it and you've added few more lines. So now you have another version 2. Now that you have a good working version, you would like to add some enhancements. So you have version number 3. You make so many versions, it becomes really painful in naming these versions. And also, by just looking at the name of the file, you do not know what exactly changed in each version. In a version control system, there is only one version on your disk that you are currently working on. Every other version or the past versions are neatly stored in the version control system. And remember, each version will have a clear description on what got changed. Let's say that you are not an organized person. You do not want to spend your time in maintaining various versions of your working file. If you realize that you made a mistake to the current version and it is a complete garbage, you'd like to get back to your older version. Now it's going to become a real hassle, as you do not know how many undos you need to perform to retrieve the older working version. With a version control system, restoring to an older version can be done very easily. Let's say that you have maintained various versions of your working file. But do you know exactly what got changed in working copy 1 versus working copy 5? Or what bug did you fix in this version? There is no clue. Whereas in a version control system, every time you save a new version of your project, you need to provide a short description of what got changed. Moreover, as we saw earlier in the version control diagram, we can see exactly what got changed in the file's content. Let's say that you are part of a development team and assume that your team does not use a version control system. There is a chance that one of your team members will overwrite another member's changes in a project shared file. With a version control system, everybody on the team is able to work on any file at any time independently. Version control will allow your team to merge all the changes made to your file by different team members into a common version. If you do not really care about backing up your files, and if your computer crashes, then all your files are gone. With a version control system like GitHub, you have a local repository on your computer's hard disk and a central repository in a remote server. So, if your hard drive crashes, your files are intact in the central repository. Whether you are working on your own or in a team, a version control system can save you all the hassles in managing changes to source code over time. You can even use version control system for non-software projects.